JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a long-running manga and anime series created by Hirohiko Araki that has captured the hearts of fans worldwide. While it may seem daunting to newcomers with its numerous parts and distinct narrative shifts, it is a series that rewards patience and dedication. This video will explore the reasons why you should persist with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, focusing on the transition from Season 1 to 2. Araki's changing narrative approach, the challenges faced in Part 1 and Part 2, the quirky elements that may deter viewers, the growth of the show in terms of world building, lore, character development, and its unique niche humour. Ultimately, it aims to convince the readers that while the series truly shines from Part 3 onward, there is much to enjoy and appreciate in the initial arcs. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure undergoes a significant transformation as it transitions from Part 2 Battle Tendency to Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. Part 2 is marked by its protagonist Joseph Joestar, a quick-witted street-smart individual and a narrative filled with high-octane action and adventure. In contrast, Part 3 introduces a new JoJo, Jotaro Kujo, who possesses a much more stoic and less flamboyant personality. The plot shifts from a global treasure hunt to a journey across the world to save Jotaro's mother, who has fallen under the curse of an evil stand. The transition may initially be jarring, as the change in protagonist and tone is drastic. However, it is precisely this shift that showcases the series' versatility and Araki's ability to keep the story fresh. The evolution of the JoJo lineage across generations ensures that the series never grows stale, and the change from Joseph to Jotaro serves as an excellent example of this. Hirohiko Araki is known for his willingness to experiment with narrative styles and themes in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. His narrative approach evolves as the series progresses, marking each part unique and distinct. While this creative freedom is one of the series' strengths, it can also be a challenge for newcomers who might find it difficult to keep up with the constantly changing narrative dynamics. In the early parts of the series, Araki draws inspiration from various genres including horror, adventure, and supernatural, resulting in a narrative that seamlessly blends elements of each. The change in each narrative style from Part 1 to Part 2, for instance, is remarkable, with the latter embracing a more adventurous and action-oriented tone. The narrative shift from Part 2 to Part 3, which introduces Stan's unique supernatural abilities and becomes more episodic in nature, is a testament to Araki's willingness to reinvent his own work. The introduction of Stan's drastically alters the way battles are fought and resolved, adding an entirely new layer of complexity to the series. This willingness to evolve the narrative and embrace new ideas is a testament to Araki's genius as a storyteller. While JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is celebrated for its creativity and uniqueness, new viewers may encounter challenges in the early parts of the series, particularly in Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1, Phantom Blood, is often criticized for its relatively slow pacing and its adherence to certain classic vampire tropes. However, it is essential to understand that Phantom Blood sets the foundation for the entire series, establishing the concept of Hamon, a martial art that manipulates the power of the sun, and introducing key characters like Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brando. The melodramatic and gothic tone of Part 1 contributes to the show's uniqueness and lays the groundwork for the more action-packed and adventurous Part 2. Part 2, Battle Tendency, is where JoJo's Bizarre Adventure truly comes into its own. While it may be more accessible to some due to its fast-paced action and humour, it can also be overwhelming for newcomers. The introduction of Joseph Joestar as the protagonist brings a new level of humour and wit to the series, but his unorthodox approach to battles and tactics can be initially disorienting. Both Part 1 and Part 2 serve as essential building blocks for the series, offering a glimpse of Araki's growing creative prowess and the foundation for the bizarre adventures that follows. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure begins its long and eccentric journey with Part 1, titled Phantom Blood. This arc introduces viewers to the bizarre and unsettling world of the Joestar family and the iconic vampire antagonist Dio Brando. The setting and atmosphere of Phantom Blood are firmly rooted in Victorian Gothic traditions, providing a unique backdrop for the series' inception. The Victorian era, which spanned from 1837 to 1901 during Victoria's reign in Britain, was marked by a sense of elegance, opulence, and cultural transformation. It is often associated with Gothic literature, characterized by dark, brooding themes and a fascination with the supernatural. Phantom Blood embraces these elements and crafts a narrative that is steeped in Victorian Gothic atmosphere. The setting of Phantom Blood transports viewers to the fictional town of Windknight's Lot in the late 19th century. The Gothic architecture, grandiose estates, and dimly lit catacombs all contribute to the eerie ambience of the show. The use of imposing castles, secret chambers, and underground crypts as key locations plays a significant role in setting the tone. The contrast between the elegance of the upper-class Joestar mansion and the darkness lurking in the depths of Dio's ambitions creates a sense of foreboding. This duality where opulence and evil coexist is quintessential to the Victorian Gothic aesthetic. Phantom Blood delves into the realm of the supernatural, introducing ancient masks that grant vampiric powers and the concept of Harmon. The combination of supernatural elements like vampires and the cursed stone mask with the Victorian setting creates an eerie atmosphere where the line between the natural and the supernatural is blurred. The Victorian era was known for its penchant for melodrama and heightened emotions. Phantom Blood embraces this element in its storytelling, with characters expressing their emotions passionately, often through dramatic monologues and confrontations. Jonathan Joestar, the protagonist, is the embodiment of the Victorian chivalry, and his unwavering sense of honour and duty is central to the narrative. Battle Tendency, the second part of JoJo's bizarre adventure, takes a dramatically different turn from its predecessor. The setting and themes of this arc are firmly grounded in the years leading up to World War II. With the rise of the Nazis and the exploration of ancient civilizations, this shift in setting and themes demonstrates Hirohiko Araki's willingness to experiment and adapt his narrative approach. Battle Tendency is set primarily in the late 1930s, a period of great political unrest and impending global conflict. This historical backdrop lends the series a unique atmosphere, as it explores the rise of Nazism and the quest for power that fuels many of the story's antagonists. The looming threat of World War II creates a sense of urgency and global tension that sets Battle Tendency apart from other anime and manga series. In stark contrast to the confined gothic atmosphere of Phantom Blood, the story of Battle Tendency takes viewers on a whirlwind journey around the world, with the protagonist Joseph Joestar embarking on a quest to stop an ancient and powerful threat. The exploration of ancient civilizations, the mysterious Pillarmen, and the emergence of new supernatural abilities in the form of stands foreshadows the evolution of the series. Araki's abilities to seamlessly transition from one narrative style to another highlights his creativity and adaptability as a storyteller. Battle Tendency introduces a memorable cast of characters, each with their distinct personalities and abilities. Joseph Joestar in particular stands out as a sharp-witted, humorous protagonist who delivers on clever tactics and outlandish schemes to overcome his foes. His unorthodox approach to battles adds a layer of humour and unpredictability to the narrative. The presence of Nazi antagonists such as Rudolf von Stroheim, who ultimately becomes an ally, further contributes to the themes of complexity of Battle Tendency. The dynamic between the Joestars and these adversaries serves as a commentary on the blurred lines between heroism and villainy. In conclusion, JoJo's bizarre adventure showcases its versatility and willingness to explore different themes and settings by embracing the Victorian Gothic vampire atmosphere of Part 1 and the pre-World War II Nazi theme of Part 2. These thematic shifts not only keep the series fresh and engaging, but also provide a platform for Hirohiko Araki to experiment with storytelling, character development, and world building. Phantom Blood immerses viewers in the dark and eerie world of the Victorian Gothic era, blending the supernatural with melodrama. Battle Tendency, on the other hand, takes a more adventurous and action-packed approach, set against the backdrop of political tension and historical conflict. These distinct settings and themes set the stage for the eccentric, bizarre journey that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is renowned for. Embracing these elements is crucial to understanding the series' evolution and appreciating the sheer audacity and creativity of Hirohiko Araki as a manga artist. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is renowned for its eccentricity, and it's precisely this quality that draws fans in. However, these very quirks can be a double-edged sword for newcomers. Some viewers may find the series too bizarre, offbeat, or even confusing at times, which can lead to them dropping it prematurely. The distinctive art style and character designs are one of the first elements that stand out. Araki's artworks has a distinctive and often exaggerated quality, and characters frequently undergo dramatic transformations. While this is a signature feature of the series, it can be a barrier for those accustomed to more conventional character designs. Additionally, the powers and abilities of the stands, which become central to the series from Part 3 onward, can be bewildering at first. Each stand is unique, with its own set of abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. The intricate battles that ensure require a level of attentiveness and strategic thinking that might overwhelm viewers not familiar with the series' mechanics. Moreover, the show's penchant for sudden tonal shifts from intense action to surreal humour can be disorienting for some. It's crucial to understand that this is part of the series' charm and a testament to Araki's creative freedom. One of the most compelling aspects of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is its continual expansion of the world, lore, and character journeys. While the earlier parts may seem simpler in comparison, they lay the groundwork for the intricate and layered storytelling storytelling that follows. As the series progresses, Araki delves deeper into the Joestar family's history and introduces more complex dynamics and relationships. The ongoing battle between the Joestar lineage and various antagonistic forces creates a rich tapestry of lore that deepens the narrative. The character development is also a highlight of the series. Araki excels at crafting multi-dimensional characters, and the progression of JoJo protagonists from one part to the next is a testament to his storytelling skills. As viewers follow the Joestars across generations, they witness the growth, evolution, and legacy of these characters, which is a highly rewarding experience. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is famous for its unique brand of humor, which often relies on wordplay, cultural references, and situational comedy. This humor can be divisive, with some viewers finding it hilarious and others scratching their heads. The series frequently incorporates Western music references into character names and stand names, which can be a fun Easter egg for fans who can catch these references. However, they might go over the heads of viewers who are not well versed in Western music. Additionally, JoJo often uses absurd, over-the-top humor that is an acquired taste. Slapstick gags and exaggerated expressions are common, and characters' reactions to bizarre situations can be both comical and perplexing. In conclusion, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a series that rewards persistence and patience. While the quality of the show undoubtedly rises from Part 3 onward, it's essential to appreciate the earlier arcs for what they offer. A unique, ever-evolving narrative filled with eccentric characters and unexpected twists. Hirohiko Araki's willingness to change and adapt his storytelling, coupled with the series' strange quirks, is what makes JoJo a one-of-a-kind experience. The transition from Part 2 to Part 3, the changing narrative approach, and the challenges of Part 1 and Part 2 may deter some viewers, but these elements are essential to the series' charm. The quirk, eccentric, and sometimes absurd nature of the show is what makes it unforgettable and beloved by its fans. As you persist with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you will witness the series' growth in world building, lore, and character journeys. You will become part of a dedicated fan community that revels in the strange humor and unexpected references. Ultimately, you will find that the journey through the bizarre world of JoJo is a rewarding and unforgettable experience that is worth every moment of your time. So take the plunge and embrace the bizarre. It's a journey you won't want to miss.